kick it off right to pick a number, a very nice, very evil number between 1 and 2,722.
666.
What a coincidence. I should have guessed that. But let's look through. I'm going to look through and find match number 666, which of course is the most evil match of my career that I've had. You can actually, you can play along at home if you have this as well.
Grab your book out. And
this was okay. Here you go. February 17th, 1997. That was match number 666. It was a big win versus Jeff Jarrett. I won with a roll up.
What evil maneuver?
Yes, very evil. And that was in Tampa, Florida, where I am right now.
Ooh.
In front of a crowd of 5,000 people.
And you got paid $7.
Well, $1,107. So I was making the big money back then.
Oh, yes. He's quite wonderful.
And I gave it 2.5 stars. So it was an average match for me there.
Pretty good. It's, half of 5.
Well, it's halfway there. Exactly.
Yes, he's quite wonderful.
So that's the type of information you can find in this book. 30 years of smashes, matches, and hits is actually what it is.
Oh, okay. Well, we misread this, but it is made.
Your copy could be different. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the special one. Yeah. Danhausen was perusing this book, and he noticed this is actually one of Danhausen's favorite matches as well. You seem fond of this ladder match with Michael Shawn, where you knocked out your own teeth on accident, which is probably why Danhausen is so fond of this match as well.
Right. I mean, you could actually probably go on eBay or Etsy or Kijiji, one of those things maybe, and you might be able to find the broken half tooth of Jericho, which was going to be one of the original titles. I decided on the complete list of Jericho, but one of the ideas was the broken half of a tooth of Jericho. So that is out there because it did hit me in the tooth.
Yes.
Michael Shawn hit me with that ladder and it snapped half my tooth off. So I had to go to the dentist and get it fixed.
Yes, but even then, it was a great bout. One of Danhausen's all-time favorites. You go back, you can rewatch that match at any time.
You can. Well, you probably have to go onto the WWE network to do that, or it's probably on YouTube maybe as well.
Danhausen does not know how to navigate this thing anymore, so we do not do that.
Yeah, then they took away my free password years ago, so I don't even have access to it either. So
you know what? They took away your free password?
They did. Yeah, they did.
That's what Danhausen will do for you free of charge.
What's that?
The WWE, they're cursed. We have cursed the WWE.
Now it's official. Yeah. Some people might think they already were cursed, but now it's official. You've made them cursed.
They are officially cursed now.
Now the shows are really going to get bad. So
man. You know we'll make one person exempt on this, and it is Sami Zayn.
Okay.
Sami Zayn is not cursed, but the rest are cursed.
All right, the rest of them can be cursed as well. Yes. Okay, I'm trying to think if there's anybody else. Maybe the referee Charles Robinson. Let's exempt him as well. He's
okay, fine. We shall do that as well. It will be
Charles Robinson, Sami Zayn exempt.
Yes.
The rest of them cursed.
Cursed, all of them.
Okay.
All right. So as we carry forward.
Now we've got that taken care of. We can move.
Move very important, very evil business has been taken care of. So Chris Jericho to some, is not just about the great wrestling matches, but rather great moments as well. A nice culmination of sorts.
Right.
Danhausen was going through. You've had the Titantrons, the great entrances, dressing up his Pentagon and surprising everybody.
Right.
You also have defeated Goldberg for $9,000 a night on WCW Weekly. You've also, what else have we written down? Defeated Rock, the Dwayne Johnson, Cold Steve, Kane, and Kane's brother, all in one night to become the WrestleMania champion.
Mm-hmm.
And you were the first ever AEW champion immediately after putting Tony Elite in the walls of Jericho at the kickoff press conference, as Danhausen understands it.
All that stuff is basically true. It's funny because A&W has endorsed me as their first champion. So they've sent me a lifetime supply of root beer.
Oh.
So if you look at the later matches in the complete list of Jericho, like we said, the Jeff Jarrett match was like $1,107 payoff. If you look later on, if you see like match number 2,547 and 62.3. I got paid with 3 cases of A&W root beer. So that's great stuff. Yeah. If we could turn the camera around, you'll see like right over here, there is cases of A&W root beer. Because that's how I've been getting paid since I started in All Elite Wrestling.
That's nothing to shake a fist at. You can return each can for 10 cents.
You can. And when the bill collectors come and say, hey, where's your mortgage payment? I just give them a couple 6-packs of A&W root beer.
Send them on the way.
Well, before they go on their way, though, I take a scissor and I cut the plastic holder, because you can't throw those out anymore because you don't want to strangle the dolphins or and all that sort of stuff. So I cut those, then give that to the mortgage guy, and he's
on his way.
Thanks, Chris, and he leaves, and I get another month in my house. So it's good.
Little root beer. See you later.
Yeah, exactly. So thanks to A&W, yes, both the root beer and the company.
Oh yes, because they sponsor each other, one in the same.
Well, right, exactly. And once again, being one of the faces of the company, I get the best root beer, because root beer is a lot like wine. Like, I'm going to open this bottle of 1922 Chardonnay. Oh, it tastes so good. Same thing with root beer.
Aged in a barrel.
This came from a barrel, 1825. You open it up, you smell the ambiance, yes, and take a nice sip, and it's really the richest I've ever been right now. Yes. I don't have a lot of money in my bank account, but I have, like I said, cases of this very vintage root beer. So it's good. It's good.
It's priceless, to be quite honest.
It really is.
Now, okay, so Danhausen was going through this, and he thinks that a lot of younger wrestlers can learn, because now Danhausen brings this book with him, The Complete List of Jericho.
Nice. Thank you.
Every show with him, and goes up to the promoter and says, if Danhausen beats Alex Wright every day with a lion tamer, he can make $862 a day in Tupelo, Minnesota.
Right.
And now this is an argument base for Danhausen to make even more monies, because he can pull anything up and go, look at this. Danhausen could make this today. He goes to this, whatever city we're in. We look it up in the book, and now we argue with the promoter.
It's smart, because now you have, like, if you go to court and, you want to, like, I don't know, sue somebody or something, they go to, like, well, the precedent was Roe versus Wade. The precedent has been set here. So now when you go to Tupelo, Minnesota, which, by the way, is the home of Mick Jagger. I don't know if you know that. Yeah, you can go to his house in Tupelo, Minnesota, where Mick Jagger grew up with his mom before he started playing Hound Dog and all shook up and all those songs that the Beatles have been made famous. So now you can go and show this evidence to the promoter that, listen, look at this. I'm going to go right here. I'm opening. I'm not even looking. Look at this. Okay. Match number 72, June 1992, June 1st. I made $51 in Brandon, Manitoba.
Oh, well, we'll not bring that one up, because then they'll try to pay Danhausen $51.
Well, but the point is, if you ever go to Brandon, Manitoba, and they try and pay you less than that, which wouldn't happen because you wouldn't go there. Yes. But if they ever did, you could say, hey, Jericho made 51. I'm not taking a penny less than that, unless you throw in some free A&W root beer.
Yes, exactly. Exactly how Danhausen runs.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, as we continue to put it, so we're talking so much about this book, we're promoting it. You shall send Danhausen a check. Danhausen noticed you have a list of favorite opponents in Japan.
Okay, yeah.
Danhausen's not on this list.
Well, I mean, the times that we wrestled in Japan, sometimes you just didn't click, and I think there was some substances involved. You know how it is when you go out over there. I mean, you and I have tore up Roppongi many times. So, when you sell out the Tokyo Dome as many times as Danhausen versus Chris Judas has,
yes.
How do you put a ranking on that?
This is fair. You cannot even, it wouldn't be fair to the other opponents you've had.
And you're not one of my favorite opponents, to be honest with you, because you beat me every time in like seconds.
It is usually that's when you got the Judas effect. Danhausen, just every single time we call it the spinning Danhausen.
Well, yeah,
just out.
You know, the one time you forced my hand up with your magical power and I poked myself in the eye and then you rolled me up. I mean, 50,000 people paid, hundreds of dollars a ticket for that. They weren't happy. They were angrier than when Mike Tyson lost in, 27 seconds to Buster Douglas. They're paying all this money. And that's why I couldn't put you on my favorite opponents, most lucrative, biggest money draw opponents in Japan, perhaps. But when you lose as many times as I have to you, it's not something I like to think about. So that's why you're not on that list. So sorry.
This is fair. Also, to be fair, Danhausen does not necessarily want to be on a Chris Jericho list. We know how that goes.
Exactly. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. So sorry, not sorry, as the kids say nowadays. Sorry, not sorry.
Well, we shall forgive that, and that makes quite a bit of sense. So, as opponents, though, Danhausen has noticed you've defeated Hollywood celebrities. Rock the Dwayne Johnstone.
Yes.
About 113 times or so, and also newer upcoming Hollywood superstar John Cena about 97 times.
Yeah.
So this should make you probably a higher celebrity than both of them.
Well, and don't forget about the about Dave Bautista. I mean, I beat him many times, right? And so you probably should be putting me in Gone with the Wind and those types of the big Hollywood movies, because by the transitive property, I have beat The Rock and I have beat Cena and I have beat Bautista. So I think it's only a matter of time before I'm actually on the big screen.
Yes,
as well.